In the sun-baked streets of modern Dendera, Egypt, life bustles much as it has for thousands of years. But beneath the surface lies one of archaeology's most captivating mysteries, a controversy carved in stone that has sparked decades of heated debate. Deep within the Temple of Hathor, built during the Ptolemaic period around 200 BC, an unusual series of carvings catches the eye. At first glance, they appear to depict enormous elongated objects that bear an uncanny resemblance to modern light bulbs. These carvings, known today as the Dendera Lights, have become the center of one of Egyptology's most intriguing discussions. The relief carvings show what appears to be large bulbous objects supported by what look like braided cables. Inside these bulb-like structures, serpentine lines weave and coil, reminiscent of filaments in modern lighting technology. Even more striking, the carvings show what seems to be a base or socket at the bottom of each bulb, connected to what some interpret as power cables. But what makes these carvings truly remarkable isn't just their appearance, it's their location. They're found in the depths of a temple dedicated to Hathor, the Egyptian goddess of joy, feminine love, and motherhood. The carvings appear in secret crypts beneath the main temple, areas traditionally restricted to priests and temple initiates. The carvings appear in secret crypts beneath the main temple, areas traditionally restricted to priests and temple initiates. Mainstream Egyptologists have long maintained that these images represent aspects of Egyptian mythology. They interpret the bulb-like shapes as symbolic lotus flowers, with the serpentine lines inside representing sacred snakes, common motifs in Egyptian religious art. The cable at the base, they argue, represents the stem of the lotus, while the socket is simply the flower's base. Yet others see something far more provocative. Alternative researchers point to intriguing details that seem difficult to explain through conventional interpretations. The proportions and structure of the objects appear remarkably similar to modern electrical lighting systems. The cables show distinct braiding patterns similar to those used in electrical wiring. And perhaps most tantalizingly, some of the accompanying hieroglyphic texts speak of light and power. These observations have led to a compelling, if controversial, theory. Could the ancient Egyptians have possessed some form of electrical technology? Proponents point to other anomalies in Egyptian archaeology, perfectly smooth cuts in granite that would challenge even modern power tools, highly detailed carvings in dimly lit tombs, and the apparent absence of soot in many underground chambers despite conventional theories about oil lamp usage. But the mystery deepens when we examine the historical context. The Ptolemaic period, when these carvings were created, represented a unique fusion of Egyptian and Greek knowledge. Alexandria, just a few hundred miles away, was home to the greatest library of the ancient world and a hub of scientific advancement. Could these carvings represent some lost technology developed during this period of unprecedented intellectual exchange? The temple itself offers additional clues. The crypts where these carvings appear were specifically designed for the storage of sacred objects used in religious ceremonies. The walls are covered with texts describing rituals involving light and transformation. Some researchers suggest these chambers might have served as ancient laboratories where priests combined religious ceremony with technological experimentation. Yet skeptics raise valid points. If the ancient Egyptians possessed electrical technology, where is the physical evidence? No artifacts resembling batteries or electrical components have ever been found in Egypt. The famous Baghdad battery, often cited as evidence of ancient electrical knowledge, comes from a much later period and a different civilization entirely. Moreover, the symbolic nature of Egyptian art makes literal interpretations problematic. Egyptian artists routinely combined different perspectives and scales in single images, making modern technical analysis difficult. What appears to us as a light bulb might simply be the result of this unique artistic convention. But perhaps the most compelling aspect of the Dendera Light controversy is what it reveals about human nature and our relationship with the past. We're naturally drawn to the idea that our ancestors might have possessed knowledge that we've lost, a technological legacy waiting to be rediscovered. The carvings have become a Rorschach test for how we view ancient civilizations. Those who see primitive societies gradually progressing toward our modern era interpret the carvings as simple religious symbols. Those who believe in advanced ancient civilizations see evidence of lost technology. Both perspectives reflect our own preconceptions as much as historical reality. As we stand in the dimly lit crypt today, gazing up at these enigmatic carvings, we're left with more questions than answers. The stones remain silent about their true meaning, even as they continue to spark imagination and debate. Perhaps that's their greatest value, not as proof of ancient technology, but as a reminder that human ingenuity and the quest for understanding are timeless. The Dendera Light remains one of archaeology's most fascinating puzzles. Whether these carvings depict actual ancient technology or complex religious symbolism, they stand as testament to the sophisticated minds of our ancestors and their ability to create images that continue to captivate us thousands of years later. As the sun sets over modern Dendera, casting long shadows across the temple walls, the mystery endures. In the end, perhaps it's not the answer that matters most, but the questions these ancient carvings compel us to ask about our past, our capabilities, and our understanding of human achievement throughout history.